and I got a friend request from Chris. I was in a really, really, really bad place, and I got a friend request from Chris on Facebook, and I was like, oh, what the heck, I'm never gonna meet him. Except, one thing led to another, and 8 years later, we have 2 kids, we live in Colorado, and he's the best thing that has ever happened to me. And because of my health challenges, because I got so sick, I let him in. And he only knew me at that time. He knew me at my worst, and he accepted me. And, you know, through your vows, like through sickness and everything, he's been there. He was the one that let me lay on him and fall asleep for 3.5 hours on his lap while he had to pee. He is the best thing that has ever happened to me. So with that being said, know that no matter what, and I can go on forever with this story, but I want to cut it short so I don't bore you guys. Know that no matter how hard life gets, no matter how low you feel, know that deep down, in your heart, that there's a purpose, there's a reason for everything. We may not understand it at the time. It's hard to understand it at the time. I'm telling you, when I met Chris, I pushed him away. I gave every excuse for him to run. I mean, I gave him an out every single day. I gave him an out. And if you guys know my story with Chris, you know I gave him an out. I mean, he went to my colonoscopy. I tortured him. I rejected him. I pushed him away time and time and time again. But when I canceled dates last minute, because that's how life is with my health challenges, you cancel things last minute, and it's hard for people to get, it's hard for me to understand. But he stuck around, and he stuck around because he was the one for me. Not letting the haters get in my way. I will continue not letting people discourage me. I will continue not letting people judge me or what I do. I will continue not letting people influence my decisions on what I do in life. I will continue fighting for my children, for my husband, for myself, and nobody's going to hold me back from my future, my kids' future. No one's going to tell me what's the right way of living life, and no one's going to tell me what's the what I should and shouldn't do for a job. If I'm bringing in income and I'm taking care of my family, I'm being a better mom than I've ever been because I am here. And I don't discourage anyone who does go into work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying do what you love and be a badass at it. Excuse my French. If you're on here and your kids are watching, I'm sorry. My kids didn't hear me, so good thing. But you just gotta do it. You have to be strong. You have to be confident. You have to be you, at the end of the day. When you surround yourself with people who are just negative, not happy with life, which I get it, I've been there, I've done that, but I'm choosing, even on my worst days, to not let the negativity bring me down, because at the end of the day, I mean, when I was negative and I lived and breathed negativity, it showed on my family, it showed on my children, it showed on myself. It shows, it really truly shows. So you have to, what I do now is, and again, don't get me wrong, I have my bad days, I have my off days, we all do, we're human, right? But on those days, I choose to do something that will bring me up, whether it's reading a book, or reading a quote, or reading something, finding something positive to read, because I'm choosing to be better in life, and I choose happiness. I choose drama-free life. I want a drama-free life. Oh my gosh, Colorado makes me feel like it's drama-free life, because Colorado is just amazing.
Chris Watts, WATTS.
Wow. What's going on right now around your house?
Right now, it's you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent, see where they went. If they went on foot, they went in a car, or they went somewhere. And right now, it's just like they've been on point. They're going through the house trying to get a scent, and hopefully they can pick something up to where it's going to lead to something.
What happened? Your wife came home. Tell me what's.
She came home from the airport 2 a.m. and I left around 5:15. She was still here, and like about 12:10 in that afternoon, her friend Nicole showed up at the door. Like I had texted Shanann a few times that day, called her, say but she never got back to me. But she wasn't getting back to any of her people as well, and that's what really concerned a lot of people. Is like if she's not getting back to her, like if she doesn't get back to me, that's fine. Like she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. And Nicole called me when she was at the door, and that's when I came home. And then walked in the house, and nothing was vanished. Nothing was here. I mean, she wasn't here. The kids weren't here. Nobody was here.
What's your wife's name?
Shanann, SHANANN.
What's your kids?
Bella and Celeste.
How do you spell Celeste?
CELESTE.
How old are your daughters?
4. Bella's 4. Celeste is 3.
And so, how many times did you try calling her?
I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, what's going on. Like because after I called her and texted her once, it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she'd just gotten back. Like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what it was like. It registered like, all right, this isn't right.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think?
I mean, right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like if they're not safe, last night I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just like barrel rushing me, but it didn't happen. And it was just a traumatic night trying to be here.
I'm gonna ask some kind of tough questions. Your relationship with your kids.
Yeah, my kids are my life. I mean, those smiles light up my life. And there's like, I mean, last night, like during when they usually eat dinner, it was just like I missed them. Like, I mean, I missed telling them, hey, you got to eat that, or you're not gonna get your dessert. Just like you're not gonna get your snack after. I missed that. Like I missed them. Cuddle up on their couches. They have like a Minnie Mouse couch and a Sophia couch that they cuddle up on and watch, Bubble Guppies or something. And it was just like, it was tearing me apart last night, and I needed that. I needed that last night, and for nobody to be here last night and to go into their rooms and know that I wasn't going to turn the rain machines on, and I know that I wasn't going to turn their monitor on, and know I wasn't going to kiss them to bed tonight. It was that's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it. I want everybody to just come home. Like wherever they're at, come home. That's what I want.
Where was she gone for? She was on. She came back Sunday. You said at 2 at night.
Yeah, because her flight got delayed from Arizona because of like other storms around the nation. So she's supposed to get home at like 11. She got home at like 1:48. She got in bed about 2.
What was she going for? Like family trip or what?
It was a Thrive direct sales. It was a local event that was down there between a bunch of leaders in the company.
And that day she was back. I mean,
I left work early that morning, like 5:15, 5:30. So like she barely got into bed pretty much.
And this might be a tough question, but did you guys get into an argument before she left?
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But I just want them back. I just want them to come back, and if they're not safe right now, that's what's tearing me apart. Because if they are safe, they're coming back. But if they're not, this has got to stop. Like, somebody has to come forward.
You spoken to her family, like her parents?
Yeah, they've been in constant contact, like every hour. I mean, everybody back in North Carolina and the East Coast. I mean, from Maine to Florida.
What is her parents saying to you? Like,
they're just like if they need to get on a flight, just let them know. Because I mean, they feel helpless right now because they're on the opposite side of the country. I mean, Colorado is. I mean, you can't just drive around and look. I mean, it's just like you wouldn't really know what you're looking for. That's what the cops pretty much told me. That first day, I was like, I want to get out and drive around. They said, you wouldn't know what to look for.
Last couple questions. What does law enforcement, what have the police or the sheriffs or your neighbors, what's police saying to you?
Right now, what they're doing right now is with the canines in the sense. I think this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing they've done so far, because yesterday the Frederick Police Department did all the searching of the house and tried to gather whatever information they could. And with the detectives, officers, and sergeants, and today it's, I mean, obviously with all the activity that's around, there's a lot going on around here, and I really hope that all of this can lead to something positive.
What did your neighbors, did they see anything? Did your neighbors see anything?
No, like the police department went door to door asking, like, cameras and everything, just like nothing.
And my last question, if you have any of them, so feel free to step in. My last question is, if your wife can see this, if she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I can take that mic off you.
Fucking horrible. I promise I don't even know if they believe me or not.
It is.
Yeah. I got to text my daughter after I go to my house or my wife there. This ain't gonna be on the news anytime soon, or is it?
No, not tonight. I can't imagine it's not, no. I mean, I don't really have much say in that, but I can't see that. Do you want me to take you out to the lobby and you can go to the bathroom and then text your wife and stuff, talk to them?
I might want to go outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside.
Just watch the press people around.
Yeah, I'll see them out there while you're
You want your water? You want to take your water with you?
Yeah.
We're going to try to do our best to make sure that we don't stand to gain anything by broadcasting any of this. That's not what law enforcement is ever really about. So we're going to try our best to handle that as discreetly as possible, but they're pretty good at what they do too.
So I'm not from around here neither, are you?
I've only been here a few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a lawyer or something for, not from the defender, but somebody else.
Well, you talk
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Get your phone. You got it? Okay. Let's go this way. All right, we'll stop.
So if you're for it, we'll talk a little bit more. I think we have a picture of, is it Survey 319? I think we have a picture. Kind of walk you through that. I'm sure you have a ton of questions for us about, you know, how your night, month, and week is gonna look. So Tammy, I was just telling him, I wanted to show him that picture.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk a little bit about how the rest of the night's gonna go.
That looks familiar to you? What is that?
It's the PRC Survey 319.
Okay. Whereabouts is Shanann and the girls?
How old is this picture?
Today.
That's today.
Okay, can you mark it for me? Thanks. I think it's the paper, it's just for me, That is for Shanann, okay, and where are the girls at?
Here.
In these?
Mm-hmm.
So which one is, do you know which one?
Are they in the tanks? Can somebody who doesn't know what they're doing open those? Okay, it's easy to open.
What's in the tanks?
It's a mixture of oil and water.
There was a sheet found down here?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that from?
That was what Shanann was wrapped in.
What about the girlies? What were they wrapped in? Just in their pajamas? Not with their blankets or anything? Where did their blankets and toys and stuff go?
Probably blew away in the wind or something right here.
Where did you set them or put them?
It was right here, but
So, how did you dig this out? I'm assuming that's under dirt. How did you dig that?
it's got a shovel in the back of my truck. It's the only stuff.
It's like a work shovel? Is it still there? How was Shanann dressed?
Shirt and underwear.
So was she got in the bed with? Do you remember what color her shirt bottoms or underwear?
I think the shirt was either black or gray. Underwear was probably blue.
How much time passed, do you think, from the time that she was back in the bed until you put them in the truck?
I'm not sure.
Are we talking minutes, hours, something else?
When I left the house,
No, like from when you got her in the bed to when you put them in the truck. How long a time was that?
so like from when pushing her in my truck, from the bed to the truck,
Yeah, from your master bed to the truck, yeah.
minutes.
Okay. Because you talked about covering her up or something.
Yeah, and the sheet.
Is there anything else about anything out here that has stuff that you've left in certain spots, or you sure their blankets and toys aren't going to be in there as well?
Not because it was right here, but there she.
Can you do me a huge favor and just write your name on the bottom? Just so I know that we didn't make those marks. I'm just going to write the date on it, okay? 8:15, 18 at 5:56.
Was your wife wearing any shorts or pants or anything, just underwear? Okay. Do you remember what they looked like?
Blue.
Okay. Okay. And the girls, do you remember what their pajamas were?
They're both nightgowns.
Okay.
Celeste, I think, was that pink one with the like curves on it.
Okay.
I think Bella's was there had a unicorn, I believe, on it or something.
Okay. So it sounds like, I mean, it feels like to me, now we know pretty well how to go get them. Is there anything else we need to know?
About how to get them?
Yeah. Does someone have to climb up to the top and unscrew something and then lower something down to get them?
They're like, it's just a hatch on the top, and they're like 20-foot tanks.
How far down are they?
Wherever the food boat was in the tank, I'm not sure.
Okay. What was it when you were there?
I don't know, I didn't,
Okay.
I wasn't looking for that.
Okay. All right.
You need me to go out there or no?
I don't think so. Would you prefer not to?
I didn't know if you needed help getting there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think once we got that picture, because we didn't really know how much about the location that the other police officers knew, but it sounds like they knew somehow right how to get to 319. So, and I think that's how they got that picture. Does your nanny cam, do you have a nanny cam, right?
It's a monitor.
Baby monitor. Is it a video one?
It's like it cycles back and forth.
Between what?
Bella and Cece's room.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there any chance it records? No? Okay. I'm just wondering, what do you think ultimately made Shanann snap?
Just knowing that I had an affair, and she knew, she just needed me to admit it, and I would admit it.
Yeah. Okay. So we just started talking about, I asked him if there's any chance that the nanny cam could have recorded Shanann doing what she did. And then we were just getting into, what Chris thinks about why she snapped.
Mm-hmm.
He's just saying, distressed from knowing about the other girl.
Knowing, but she didn't really know, right? I mean,
In her heart, she knew. She just wanted me to admit it.
Can we talk about a couple tough things? I think we need to get it out of the way and just really get it out, just to make sure you have every chance to explain exactly what happened and we have every chance to ask questions. So the conversation happened. You go downstairs. She's still upstairs. And then you see what?
I hear this commotion upstairs, just like little noises like that.
Okay.
Didn't think anything of it. Like, go back up and just talk to her again, maybe real fast. And go into their room, her master bedroom. She wasn't in there.
Okay. You went there first?
Yeah.
And why did you go up again?
Just to go up and talk to her again.
Okay. So it's not as though that noise made you run up, you just stopped?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Anything to register with me for that. I just looked in the monitor and it was on Bella.
And where is the monitor? Where's the screen that you look at? Is it up or downstairs?
upstairs.
Oh, okay, so you go upstairs, look at the monitor.
Yeah, everything's right beside the bed.
Oh, your master bedroom, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
beside the bed.
So she's not under bed?
It's still right there.
Okay.
If you want to look at it. And it was on Bella. Her covers were pulled back, and she was just sprawled out laying there. And then it cycled over. So they got 3, 4, 5 second like interval between when it cycles from room to room. And it cycled over to Susie's room. And that's when I saw her on top of her. That's when I ran in.
Okay. So can we talk about, again, it's very, very hard to talk about, but it's good to make sure that we understand. We don't want anything to be incorrect or inaccurate or anything like that. Was your wife on top of Cece? What did that look like? I mean, was she straddling her? Okay. And where were they?
In the bed.
On the bed. And so your wife was on top. Was she?
That's when I was walking up from the back.
Okay. And so you saw it from the back?
Yeah.
Okay. But she was doing this?
It looked like it was like this.
Yeah, okay. And then was she face up, face down, what?
Off to the side.
Oh, she was laying on her side, okay.
And that's when I pulled her off.
Okay.
She was limp and she was blue.
Okay.
There's no movement at all.
Oh, she was limp and blue, or limping and blue?
Limp and blue.
Limp and blue, okay.
It's like her body was like,
right.
You pick her arm up and it just falls.
Okay. And then what happened?
I looked at her and I just got on top of her and
You got on top of Shanann?
did the same thing.
Okay. Did you have to knock her down?
No.
She was already on the ground?
I just pulled her off on the bed. And,
Oh, kind of one movement?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not as though you
I didn't
pulled her off?
No, like I pulled her down and did that. I didn't know, I lost it.
Sure.
So
Okay.
Shanann was laying on the ground?
On the bed.
On the bed?
Yeah, like when she was on top of me, I saw what was happening. I pulled her, went down. I was on the
How big was
bed.
the bed? What kind of, I tried to get it full, clean, you know?
I think it's probably a queen of some sort.
Okay.
I have a picture of it somewhere, I think.
So where was Celeste in the
She was all the way up to the top.
to the top?
Yeah. And I went in and pulled Shanann down, it was a crossways.
Like,
So she was laying
this
this way. That's how it was.
Okay. Off key room.
Mhm.
So then, is this picture as you're standing in the doorway to go in? What is that where, okay? And then, so were they closer to this side or this side?
Cece usually sits in the middle.
Okay. And then, so your wife was right on top of her, you could just see that. And then did you pull her this way or that way, or?
So to where her head was on this side.
Right over here?
Yeah.
On the left, as you're looking at it? Okay. Did she put up a fight?
I lost it so much that it didn't feel like she did.
Okay. You're a pretty strong dude. Was she yelling? Was she screaming? Was she talking? Was she scratching you? Nothing?
I didn't even feel, I just felt such anger that nothing, I didn't feel anything.
Okay. All right.
Like if she did, nothing's on me.
Was it quick? Was it slow? Was it?
I was so numb, it felt like it was over.
Fast? Over fast? Okay.
Felt like
Is it possible her neck's broken?
So,
Okay.
I've never broken a bone, so I don't know.
Okay. All right. Was it a choke like this, or was it like a headlock?
A choke.
Okay. All right.
Can you put your hands out like you had your hands?
Like that.
Like that?
All right.
And your wife, you saw her with one hand or two hands?
I just coming up from the back, I couldn't really like tell. Oh, she's on top of her. And the monitor's not like color, it's black and white. Well, at nighttime it's black and white. Okay. When it's dark.
So you went up the stairs, right, to talk to Shanann again? And then, did you think it was weird that she's not in the room where you left her?
So I walked in and looked around and saw the monitor and I saw Bella. And then switched over to CC pretty fast, and that's when I saw that. Did you have any inkling that between the time that you finished the talk and the time that you found Shanann choking CC, you had no inkling she was going to do it? Or you both of those kids more than you know. Okay. And people in my family have always said she's unstable. My friends have said she's unstable, but I never would have thought in a million fucking years.
Who says she's unstable?
My family, my friend Mark, people that have seen her around me. I don't have a bad picture of her.
Well, it doesn't look good, I'm not gonna lie. Looks actually pretty bad. And
is it possible that when we get these girls, you know, Bella, Cece, and Shanann, is it possible when we get them that we're going to see anything other than the cause of death being her hands? Okay. And what I mean by that, and I should be very clear, is that some of it's hard to believe that your wife did it, right? You can imagine that? Okay. So is it possible that maybe she did one, and then you got Shanann, so you did to Shanann what she did to one of your daughters, and then you had to just do it to the other one to make? Okay. So is that's not what happened? Okay. Is it possible that, is there any other way where we might see your hands on the girl's neck? No. Okay. And you know what I mean? Because when we find their little bodies, we're going to see the diameter of someone's hand and someone's fingers, right? So is it at all possible we're going to see yours? Okay. No. All right. And I know it's hard, and I know you're probably getting angry at my question, but we have to ask. Okay.
What do you think of that, Chris?
Let my family down. Let my dad down. Let my mom, sister, nephew, nieces, friends, co-workers. Everybody.
Can I ask you another tough question? You just get it all on the table. When you see Shanann choking, strangling Celeste, and you get her off of Celeste, did you think about calling an ambulance? How come?
I saw CC lying there blue and limp. I mean, I've never seen something like that in my life. I mean, she just lay over, nothing was moving at all, no gasp of breath.
So,
she was totally just blue.
So Chris, doing this job for a long time.
I know.
I know a lot about psychology and as far as what people are thinking, and most parents will never even want to fathom that their kid is dead. Even if their kid's stiff, blue, in bed, stiff, been dead all night, they still call an ambulance to see if someone can revive their child. And when the ambulance gets there and they're like, gosh, their kid's been dead all night, there's nothing we can do. The parents are like, why are you not doing something? What are you talking about? So that's what we're used to. So that's why I want you to explain to me, what was going on in your head and...
The rage I felt for what she did, it just took over.
But do you see that?
I
that kind of
understand.
Chris?
I see where you're coming from.
Most parents would still try and
I
call.
see where you're coming from.
I would hate for Shanann to get a bad rap if she didn't have anything to do with it. You know, it's not fair.
I know.
It's not fair. Like, enough bad stuff has happened.
I know.
Like, we need to stop the bad stuff from happening. So, do you want to tell us the truth?
That is the truth. Did not hurt this girl.
I want to make sure.
Did not hurt.
So you're good with the public knowing that Shanann killed her daughters?
I did not hurt these girls.
Are you okay with the public knowing that Shanann?
Yes, because I did not hurt these girls.
Chris, I'm not sure I believe you.
I don't think you meant to.
I didn't hurt them.
I don't think you meant to.
I didn't hurt them.
You didn't save them either. You know?
I know that. I know that.
So that doesn't make sense either.
None of this makes sense. Nothing like why she would be there. Any of this makes sense.
Are you sure Shanann didn't touch you and so on?
No, my God, no.
Chris, you can imagine that we're pretty cynical in our jobs, right? And tonight we've had to talk a lot about a lot of things. And don't get mad, but what it looks like is that you found a new life, and the only way to get that new life was to get rid of the old life. And I think that you killed these girls before their mom came home, and then killed Shanann. That's what we're kind of left, that's what we have to believe, because it just doesn't make sense. I mean, to her point, if I walked in and my kid was decapitated, I'd call an ambulance, right? So
Knowing there's no hope.
it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. So either you're this monster who says, I just want this young, hot girlfriend, so I'm going to kill everyone and hope it works out, or something. So I think we're very, very close to the truth, but not quite there yet. So if you're not that monster,
I'm not a monster. I didn't kill my babies.
okay. So tell us what actually happened.
I told you what happened.
I know, but you know, we're getting later into the day. We've done this a few times, and we talk. Then we show you a little bit of what we're working with, some evidence and facts that we know, and then we kind of get our way to the truth. So, okay.
Everything I told you. Truth.
So what's going to happen when their cause of death comes back to you for the girls?
It's not going to.
Okay. You sure?
I'm 100% positive it's not going to come back to me.
Who's it going to come back to?
That one's on top of Cece.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
I just want the truth.
That is the truth.
And what about Bella?
Bella was laid out, sprawled on her bed.
Okay.
And I saw Shanann on top of Cece, so I ran in there.
Okay. And what happens when a coroner looks and says, sees your fingerprints on their neck?
It's not going to be my fingerprints.
Okay. What is it going to be?
It's going to be Shanann's.
Are you sure? Well, we don't know about Bella, right? We don't know about Bella.
Bella, it's just, I didn't see Shanann on top of her.
Okay.
That's the commotion I heard upstairs. Yeah, I'm assuming.
Okay. why take their bodies out of the house and bury them?
I was scared. I didn't know what else to do.
Okay.
Nothing was gonna, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know what to do.
Scared of what?
Scared of what everything was gonna look like. My 2 babies were gone,
Mm-hmm.
and I just did that to my wife. And I was the only one left in the house. What do you expect is gonna happen?
Yeah. It did look bad, right?
This was a nightmare.
Yeah. Okay.
Just think as many problems as you've had with Shanann, at the end of the day, she seemed like she was a pretty good mom, right?
I was a pretty good dad as well. You never really know a person until you don't know a person.
I just would hate for someone who can't defend themselves, like Shanann and Bella and Celeste. If you're not being truthful about who took their lives, that's on them too.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to do that to them.
I'm not doing that to them.
I'm just saying,
No, I'm not doing that to them.
I do think you were a good dad. I think Shanann was a good mom. I think you guys were doing everything you could possibly do for those girls. I mean, look at them.
Why didn't you put Shanann in the tanks?
I didn't know what else to do.
How far down is she?
I don't know, like 2 feet maybe?
How long did it take you to dig that?
No.
Give me an idea.
20, 30 minutes.
Does anyone ever go up this ladder and look in tanks?
Mm-hmm.
So how are you gonna avoid that? Or is it you that does that?
Anybody that goes to the location.
How often is that done, that those tanks are checked?
Depends if they're making enough oil or whatnot. Once a week, maybe.
So do you want someone to find them?
I didn't know what else to do. That was the location I was going out to that morning.
Anyway.
And I didn't know what else to do.
So you weren't thinking that far ahead?
No.
Okay.
Yesterday when you were talking, and again, this is before we kind of got to this moment today, you mentioned that we were talking, you said, I don't know where they are, and then you said something along the lines of, whatever happened to them, this act of pure evil. What does that mean?
It's evil that I saw when I walked behind Shanann and she was on top of CC. And I felt evil for what I did to Shanann.
Okay. So, one other thing that doesn't make sense to me is, well, I don't know. Can you walk me through again, when you walked in, what did she look like? What did Shanann look like? All you saw was her back. Was it the same shirt that you buried her in? Same underwear? And then was she wearing pajamas?
Shanann?
Yeah.
No, that's what she sleeps in.
Oh, she sleeps in her underwear. Okay, and no pajamas, no shorts, nothing like that. So then, when you grab her, just as is, that's how she gets to the truck, that's how she gets to the site.
Okay.
So did Shanann ever go to bed?
Like when I put her back in the bed.
No, like when she got home. Did any of that happen where she got into bed and then you woke her up at 4? Like, is all of that true? Because it looks like there's some purchase of some hair care products at like 2:30 in the morning. Do you know about that?
Hair care products?
And her credit card was denied? No. You said you don't really use the credit card, so it probably
My credit card, no.
Would you have bought hair care products at 2:30 in the morning, that morning?
No.
Did she get mad at you because there's no money when she woke up? Like, was that part of the...
This is the first I've heard of that.
Okay.
As far as hair care products and the card being denied.
Okay. And I'm not lying about that, that's why I'm asking. That is something that came out.
Is there any reason she would have a black eye, Shanann?
No.
Not from a slap or a punch or nothing like that?
Never
Okay.
punched her, slapped her.
Is there any reason she would have a stab mark on her body?
No.
Okay. And no other reason for death? Coroner's not going to find rat poison in her stomach? The only way that she died, she was living, breathing, and wasn't living, breathing after your hands on her neck. Okay.
What were you talking to Nikki about before your wife got home?
Before she got home?
You talked for like several hours.
I covered it, and we talked a lot. Conversations, just random conversations. We talk a lot.
Does Nikki know about any of this? Seriously?
Well, she doesn't know, like, I mean, she knows, like, from the news and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Did you share with her anything? Does she know your wife was pregnant?
She does now. And I told her that.
She didn't know at the time? How come you didn't tell her?
So I was scared too. Felt like, you know, like she wouldn't even like gone on a date with me. And she knew that, so it was...
Did she know you were married with kids?
Yes.
Okay. But just not pregnant?
Yes. I told her that, you know, like, we actively tried before we met.
Oh, try to get pregnant. Okay.
So she knew that.
You can imagine that when we go talk to people going forward, everyone's going to try to distance themselves from any of this.
Yes.
And so if what's going to happen when Nikki says, no, it was our plan to kill everyone and run off together?
She's not going to say that.
Okay.
We were going to talk to her.
Absolutely.
We have to.
So can we get ahead of that for you? Can we get all of that out right now? I mean, so are you sure she's not going to say, oh, I kind of knew he was going to kill him?
No.
She's not going to say that?
No.
Okay. And she's not going to say, boy, we were making plans about buying a house or an apartment. She going to say that?
No, like, she was just, like, once I had my own place, like, we could, you know, like, hang out more.
Okay. So after the separation, after that dust settled, then you would have availability to go see Nikki. You guys had talks like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, she generally liked me.
Okay.
Please don't put her name out there in the news, though. She's been through enough in her life now.
Stuff like that we never try to put out.
But I'm just like the press, if they got something of an affair, they would drag her through the mud. I don't want that.
Yeah. We're certainly not going to try to make that happen.
It's vulnerable on any of this.
I know this press finds ways. It's not everything.
So what do you think about everything now? Do you feel feel sorry for what you did?
I wish I wouldn't have lost control and got on top of Shanann and did that. And then did that.
What? To the well site?
Yes. So after we look at their bodies, we're gonna have a lot more questions. Things are gonna be different then, but if you're willing, we'd love to talk to you then too. You did really good today, Chris. Really good. I think you had about 24 hours of just a hellish nightmare thrust upon you, and you certainly did what you did, but I think you took a lot of steps to make it better today. Sorry I left you last night, and sorry I lied to you today. Not okay.
I thought you were here for a reason.
Well, there's a reason why I came in, because there's a reason why I didn't come with a lawyer either, so it's like, and it's gonna happen, so.
I appreciate that. Eventually they were gonna find them out there. So, it was kind of inevitable. And then you would have just been sitting at home waiting for that moment to happen. And then what? Then what does it look like?
It looks... probably...
But there's many people that say that you're an amazing guy and you would never do anything bad and has never lost your temper, and all those people that say that about you, there's just as many that would say that about Shanann. So we're going to struggle with that for a while. I'm struggling with it right now, I'll be honest.
I know you are.
I'm a mom.
Anybody would. How do we prove best that Shanann did it? Examine the body, I guess that's the only thing. We're gonna see her hand marks. The hand marks are not there. Okay.
But there are gonna be hand marks, like they weren't smothered, do you think?
They shouldn't have been smothered, no. And Bella, I don't know, but she was on top of her, and her head was to the side.
And there was no pillow on top of her.
I didn't see you on the camera off. I didn't see one on top of her, no.
Why were there sheets in the trash in the kitchen?
Because those are the same ones out there. I didn't know what else to do. I knew eventually what to do if you're going to find Shanann. I mean, because...
So is she still wrapped in the sheet down in here?
It was just laying off to the side, or maybe the wind took it.
So it's right here now? Yeah. It was just next to the side? Like you didn't even try and hide that?
I was so scared, I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
Did someone come up on you or something? No, I mean...
Were you afraid they were going to start showing up?
I knew they were on their way out there, but I mean, it's a long way out there.
So I know, and before I forget, I know that they collected a lot of electronics out of your house, like routers and that kind of stuff. Like, that's not going to show that she was using her phone, like, at a time that you said she was strangling the kids or something, right? Okay. What is the password to, like, all the electronics in your house? I know there was an iPad
iPad should be 2385.
2385. There's not one for the Apple Watches, is there?
Should be 2385.
Is that for yours too?
3387.
I'm sorry, what was yours?
3387.
2387. And what other stuff do you have? Is there a router, like, is there a password for that stuff?
Shiny Chair 6. Came with the router.
And spell it for me.
SHINYCHAIR 6. Number 6.
Like that. Shiny Chair 6. And then what else what's in there? Is there a desktop computer?
Yeah, that one, if it has a password, it'd be 428-4915, capital S, lowercase w.
Okay. And what about, is there anything else in the house as far as electronics go, tablets?
Well, the iPad's the only real set. The other ones are the kids' stuff, but they're just like Amazon Fires and whatnot.
Okay. And you have an iPhone what? Which one? Is that your personal one?
Yes, iPhone like 7 Plus or something.
What's the password to that one?
3387.
And what about your work phone?
Same.
Is that this on here?
Then obviously Shanann had a iPhone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was her password?
So it changed to 013119.
And what was that password?
The due date the next day.
Okay.
Nikki told me that one. Nicole told me that one.
Okay.
Try this to me, Nikki's Nicole.
Yeah, we noticed that. I was getting us very confused. So no other electronics. What about the Echo? Does it have a password?
If it does, I don't never knew if it did or not.
Okay.
You just say Alexa and it starts listening.
Oh, it's an Alexa. Is it the Echo still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The product's called an Echo.
Okay. Any other ones that you can think of?
Where do you guys bank?
Chase in USA.
Which one was the, when you went out to dinner with Nikki?
Chase.
That was Chase. And USAA, is that mortgage, is that bank, is that both?
Chase is our mortgage lender.
Okay.
Do you have checking through them too, right?
Yes.
What do you guys use USAA for?
We use that to pay mortgage too, but it's just another, she had that before she met me.
Okay. And any accounts that you had personally beyond all of this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the security system. There's Vivint, right?
Vivint, yeah.
Vivint?
It's either gonna be 3387 or 2385. One of the two. And the passcode, like is Mustang for if you ever have to talk to them. Verbal passcode.
And then what email is associated with that?
ShanannWatts@gmail.com.
Do you know her Gmail password?
Repeat that 428-4915. It should, any of her, if most of her passwords are that.
Okay.
Amazon and everything.
And what is that? Is a phone number you said?
Yeah.
What phone number is that?
Her ex-husband's mom.
Okay, that's weird.
Stick with the password.
She just remembers it? She's had it that long.
They were really good friends.
Oh, okay.
So she just kept it.
Do you have any other questions for us?
Here's the bathroom.
Yes.
Of course.
We do need to do one quick thing. Now that we know what we know, we're going to, I need to check that you don't have any weapons on you or anything like that. Do you have any weapons on you? No. Okay. We'll do that. We'll go to the bathroom. I'm not going to go in the stall with you, but I'm going to go with you. And then we'll come right back here and we'll make a decision about how the rest of the night goes. All right, Michelle. You might stand it up so I can check. All right. All right, let's go to the bathroom.
Okay, so this in here?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that way.
Take a red.